What if North Korea's real power didn't wear a military uniform, but designer heels? Behind the bunkers, the bulletproof limos, and the missile tests, there's someone the world rarely sees: Kim Yo Jong, Kim Jong Un's sister, and possibly the most dangerous woman you've never heard of. She doesn't give speeches. She doesn't pose for tabloids. But make no mistake, she pulls strings that shake the world. From luxury ski resorts to diamond watches, to nuclear threats and global propaganda, Kim Yo Jong's world is a high-stakes blend of elite privilege and ruthless control. This isn't just speculation. This is North Korea's best-kept secret. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on the woman who runs the show behind the scenes. Get ready to meet the ghost in the palace. Because in the shadows of one of the world's most feared regimes, she's quietly rewriting the rules of power. No crown, no spotlight, just complete control. Kim Yo Jong isn't just her brother's right hand. She's the mind behind the money, the master of North Korea's secret empire. Through hidden bank accounts, black market deals, and a sprawling network of underground influence, she controls the cash flow that keeps the dictatorship alive. While Kim Jong Un grabs headlines and flashes weapons, she's the one managing the image, steering the propaganda, and keeping their grip on power intact. And while millions in her country survive on rations, she lives in private villas, flies on armored jets, and conducts psychological warfare from behind velvet curtains. So here's the real question. If Kim Jong Un disappears, is she already in charge? And would anyone even know it? This isn't politics. This is dynasty survival, wrapped in silk, sharpened by steel. Every time you see a carefully staged photo of Kim Jong Un smiling or walking confidently before a missile launch, ask yourself, is it really about him, or is she scripting the show from the shadows? Kim Yo Jong isn't just her brother's sister. She's the strategist, the enforcer, the silent power behind North Korea's throne. And now, she's closer than ever to taking it. Stick around, because this story isn't over. It's only just begun. She doesn't just control the story, she writes it in gold and fear. As the head of North Korea's infamous Department of Propaganda and Agitation, Kim Yo Jong isn't just behind the scenes, she is the scene. Every smiling photo of Kim Jong Un, every perfectly staged military parade, even his strange resemblance to their grandfather, Kim Il-sung, that's all her. But why go to such extremes? Because in North Korea, image isn't just power, it's survival. And Kim Yo Jong isn't just curating her brother's legacy, she's setting the stage for her own. Every photo op, every headline, each carefully placed smile is more than a PR move. It's a warning. Don't just look at him. Watch me. While the world keeps its eyes locked on nuclear missiles and war games, they're missing the real storm brewing in the shadows. A woman quietly scripting a nation's destiny, and maybe her own rise to the top. So here's the question. In a dictatorship built on smoke and mirrors, who really holds the power? The face on the poster, or the one who paints it? And if you think she's hiding in a palace, think bigger. Kim Yo Jong doesn't live in luxury. She lives in a fortress. Her world is far from the propaganda videos and staged poverty. She operates inside a parallel empire, one sculpted in marble, guarded by elite forces, and buried in secrets the world's never seen. Let's start with Rongsong Residence, a massive 12 square kilometer compound hidden deep in North Korea's mountains. It's wrapped in electric fences, surrounded by watchtowers, and protected by 24/7 armed guards. And underneath, steel-reinforced tunnels, escape routes built to withstand bombs, and full-on underground survival suites. This isn't a home, it's a bunker for royalty. Then there's Kumsusan Palace, a billion-dollar beachfront estate that makes Versailles look like a cottage. We're talking private beaches guarded by soldiers, floating docks for her super yachts, and even a hidden movie theater buried underground so she can watch the world without the world ever watching her. This isn't paranoia, it's precision. Because when your throne is built on fear, control isn't optional, it's everything. And Kim Yo Jong? She's mastered it.
But her most haunting domain, it's not a palace, it's a shrine. Welcome to the Kumsusan Palace of the Sun, a place where luxury meets legacy in the most chilling way imaginable. Inside its marble walls lie the embalmed bodies of Kim Yo Jong's grandfather and father, preserved in glass coffins, lit like deities frozen in time. She holds the keys. She guards the myth. And she protects the illusion of immortality. This isn't about comfort, it's about control. Legacy preservation, done on a scale the world can barely comprehend. A message whispered through polished stone and eternal silence. You may not see me, but I'm always ready. While millions of North Koreans fight to survive on scraps, Kim Yo Jong rules from a world of velvet secrecy and golden silence. She's not waiting to take power. She's already claimed it, not through speeches or parades, but through a hidden empire that lives far beneath the world's assumptions. And while her people ration rice, she sails the sea aboard floating kingdoms built for queens and spies.
Out of sight and beyond reach, she commands a private fleet of luxury yachts, each one more unreal than the last. The crown jewel, a $100 million super yacht, over 300 feet of polished mahogany, silk interiors, and walls that gleam with gold leaf. But don't get it twisted. This isn't for fun. This is a mobile fortress for backroom diplomacy. Inside, Fendi leather lounges, hand-cut chandeliers that shine like secrets, encrypted satellite networks, anti-drone defenses, and gourmet meals flown in from across the world. Because Kim Yo Jong doesn't do negotiations in offices. She does them at sea, where no one's watching and no one can trace a word. And it doesn't end there. A second super yacht, worth $120 million, sails in tandem. This one's even more surreal. A private helipad, an underwater viewing deck, and a royal suite built to impress or intimidate world leaders in waiting. Sources say this is where power plays happen. Deals are made, favors exchanged, and enemies silently erased from the chessboard. These aren't just yachts, they're floating embassies, armed with elite security, navigating invisible routes, and protected by naval escorts the public never sees. In Kim Yo Jong's world, diplomacy isn't handled at summits, it's conducted in motion, on water, wrapped in secrecy, and delivered with a smile. Because the most powerful people, they don't shout, they whisper behind the curtain, while the rest of us watch the stage.
Out on the open sea, Kim Yo Jong is untouchable. No borders, no governments, no prying eyes. Just her and an empire moving silently through international waters, making power plays the world won't even realize until it's too late. While millions of North Koreans freeze in the dark, battling a brutal energy crisis, she escapes to a $35 million winter wonderland, the Masikryong ski resort. This isn't a place built for the people. It's a private alpine fantasy reserved for the elite. Massive chalets rise like castles carved from snow. Heated pools sparkle beneath icicle chandeliers, and there she is, Kim Yo Jong, wrapped in furs worth more than what entire villages make in years. She doesn't just ski, she owns those slopes, surrounded by elite guards in custom-tailored snowsuits and wearing gear crafted straight from Switzerland. Her horses? Only the finest bloodlines, trained in secret stables hidden deep beneath the mountain peaks. When she's done skiing, she retreats to golden spas and private villas heated by underground geothermal systems. Luxury so extravagant they might as well be from a fairy tale. Meanwhile, outside those gates, kids burn scraps just to stay warm. Behind the velvet curtains, she toasts champagne and watches snowflakes fall all in silence. For Kim Yo Jong, winter isn't about hardship, it's a stage for power. Beneath the calm, loyal facade lies a hidden empire dripping in diamonds and deception. Often painted as the modest face of North Korea's regime, she secretly commands a fortune that would make European royalty jealous. Her wrist? Usually adorned with a Patek Philippe Sky Moon tourbillon, a masterpiece worth over $1.5 million. Her private watch collection boasts Vacheron Constantin, Audemars Piguet, and rare Rolex models, all smuggled in through secret luxury networks that defy global sanctions.
But Kim Yo Jong's indulgence goes far beyond luxury watches. Step inside her closets, and you'll find custom gowns crafted by the world's most exclusive Parisian haute couture designers, each stitch threaded with real gold and encrusted with rare Burmese sapphires that sparkle like captured fire. Her jewelry? Locked away deep beneath Pyongyang in secret vaults. Collections so rare and valuable that whispers about them ripple through the highest circles of global elite collectors. Yet to the outside world, and especially through regime propaganda, she's portrayed as modest, dressed in simple suits, walking alongside everyday people. It's all a carefully crafted illusion. Behind those closed doors, she feasts on delicacies like shark fin soup, savors bottles of Bordeaux wine that cost thousands per bottle, and lives like a goddess, hidden behind iron gates and layers of secrecy. This isn't about duty or sacrifice, it's about an empire of opulence cloaked in fear. The streets of North Korea may lie empty and silent, but Kim Yo Jong's private garage roars with quiet, unchallenged power. While ordinary citizens struggle to find enough gasoline to get by, she commands a private fleet of armored luxury vehicles worth millions. Her crown jewel? A one-of-a-kind, custom-built Mercedes-Maybach S600 Guard, an incredible $1.7 million fortress on wheels. It's bulletproof, blast-resistant, and equipped with everything a mobile command center needs to keep her safe and in control. Its sleek, glossy black exterior reflects not just wealth, but a chilling message: untouchable. Parked right beside it, a ghost white Rolls-Royce Phantom, its interiors swathed in the softest cashmere and trimmed with gold crystal accents, a ride fit for royalty. She doesn't just move through Pyongyang, she glides like a phantom queen, unseen but everywhere at once. But make no mistake, this isn't just a display of luxury, it's a militarized empire. Kim Yo Jong's family owns over 100 armored vehicles, ranging from troop transports to fully operational tanks, all concealed in underground bunkers and ready to roll out at a moment's notice. These aren't just cars, they're symbols, messages, weapons of psychological power. Every engine's growl is a reminder that Kim Yo Jong isn't simply the shadow lurking behind her brother's throne, she is the storm waiting just beneath the surface, a silent force commanding the fate of a nation.
March 2nd, 2025, the world literally held its breath. But it wasn't Kim Jong Un who broke the silence this time. It was his sister, Kim Yo Jong. As the USS Carl Vinson slipped into port in South Korea, a quiet shockwave rippled across Asia. Just 2 days later, Kim Yo Jong stepped out from behind the scenes and dropped a statement that sent diplomatic circles into a frenzy. North Korea claimed it had every right to expand its nuclear arsenal indefinitely. This wasn't just empty posturing anymore. This was a direct, unmistakable threat. For years, she had operated in the shadows as a master strategist. Now, Kim Yo Jong was front and center, boldly owning the stage of nuclear diplomacy. But what unfolded wasn't just a warning. It was a precise, ruthless move in a deadly game of geopolitical chess. As US and South Korean forces kicked off joint military exercises, her response was sharp, deliberate, and packed with raw fury. Her voice, calm yet fierce, cut through the noise, becoming the new, terrifying face of North Korea's aggression. Every word she spoke carried weight, a challenge wrapped in silk, but sharpened like a dagger.
It forced world leaders to pay attention, to react, to fear. Behind the scenes, many are beginning to ask the same chilling question. Is she the true power behind the regime's next moves? Kim Yo Jong doesn't need to fire a missile to show she's in charge. She wields language like a weapon, each sentence a strategic strike. This isn't a childish tantrum. This is cold, calculated strategy. This is the rise of a new kind of power in North Korea. Smart, female, relentless. And now every war room around the world wonders, when she talks about unleashing fire, how close is that match to the fuse? Two women, one throne, and a silent, deadly battle playing out behind closed doors. One that could rewrite the fate of a nuclear nation. In a place where power isn't handed down but seized, Kim Yo Jong has ruled the shadows for over a decade, controlling propaganda, shaping diplomacy, and delivering threats with a deadly whisper.
Inside the fortress-like palace walls of North Korea, a new figure is quietly stepping into the spotlight. Kim Joo-hae, the 12-year-old daughter of Kim Jong Un, is no longer just a child in the background. Poised, polished, and increasingly visible, she's been seen wearing luxurious fur coats at missile launches, a striking image for someone so young. Her face now graces state postage stamps, and she stands alongside top generals, not as a mere child, but as a clear heir in the making. What once seemed like a symbolic gesture now carries a sharp, strategic edge. Behind closed doors and whispered conversations, the regime's inner circle is buzzing with speculation. Is Kim Jong Un quietly shifting his loyalty and power from his sister to his daughter? Is Kim Yo Jong, once the undisputed successor and master of the regime's shadowy corridors, being edged out by pure bloodline over political savvy? The stakes in this Game of Thrones couldn't be higher, and far deadlier. Kim Yo Jong has weathered purges, survived assassination attempts, and navigated ruthless palace intrigues. She knows all too well that in North Korea, there's no such thing as retirement. It's either relevance or elimination, and she isn't about to loosen her grip without a fierce fight. This isn't some simple family feud. It's a brutal, high-stakes power struggle between a woman who has mastered the dark arts of the regime and a young girl being meticulously groomed to inherit that very power. The battle for succession isn't making headlines, it's unfolding in silence. A calculated smile here, an unexplained absence there. Every photo op, every public appearance, or lack thereof, is a deliberate move on a deadly chessboard. In this cold, ruthless war, only one queen will emerge victorious. Meanwhile, as the country remains strangled by crippling sanctions and widespread hunger, Kim Yo Jong lives like an empress of the world, draped in Parisian haute couture, sipping rare and expensive Bordeaux, dining on delicacies flown in from across the globe. But how does she maintain such a lavish existence amid such scarcity? The truth lies beneath the surface, in the hidden empires of wealth, influence, and unyielding control she commands.
Imagine an underground empire so vast, so meticulously hidden, it defies all logic. From the fashion capitals of Milan to the bustling ports of Macau, the Kim dynasty runs a secret shadow economy, fueled by smuggling luxury goods that are strictly off-limits to their own people. We're talking about band designer watches, hand-stitched French gowns, and rare caviar flown in from Iran. Nothing is out of reach for Kim Yo Jong and her inner circle. Using a web of shell companies, fake identities, and silent partners across China and Russia, forbidden treasures arrive in gilded packages, slipping past sanctions and watchful eyes. But Kim Yo Jong isn't just a lucky recipient of these spoils. According to insiders, she is the mastermind behind these smuggling routes, personally orchestrating the complex networks that launder millions and fuel her family's insatiable appetite for extravagance. Meanwhile, millions of North Koreans survive on meager ration cards, swallowing propaganda, while the elite indulge in unimaginable excess. Every silk gown she wears, every diamond bracelet glittering on her wrist, carries a darker story.
a story of power stolen in silence, and decadence built on deception. In North Korea, luxury isn't something earned. It's smuggled, hidden, and hoarded. And Kim Yo Jong is the undisputed architect of this underground world. Behind fortified palace gates, encrypted communication networks, and layers of whispered loyalty, she rules a kingdom of secrets and untouchable privilege. She's not just the sister of a dictator. She's the strategist shaping the regime's future. While the world's eyes are fixed on Kim Jong Un, Kim Yo Jong is quietly moving the chess pieces, setting the stage for what may come next. So here's the burning question. When the time comes, will Kim Yo Jong rise to become North Korea's first female supreme leader? Or will she vanish like so many others who dared to grasp for power? If this peek inside her secret kingdom blew your mind, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and remember, in North Korea, power wears a smile, but it whispers from the shadows.